We're going to make some Indian chai, which is basically a milky Indian tea, and the main ingredients for that is loose leaf tea and whole pods of cardamom. Now with this cardamom, because it's been in the fridge, what I do like to do with the cardamom before using it is toast it a little bit. That brings out the flavor. And what we'll do is just reduce the heat and start adding the milk and the water, which are the important things. Putting another half a mug of milk to make it 1.5 mugs, because then what I want to put is 3 mugs of water. It's not the kind of thing I like to drink every day because it is actually quite heavy, it's quite milky, but on a Sunday it goes down very well. It's a very nice tea to take to the beach, fill up a big thermos, and so by afternoon, by tea time, it's brewing there in the thermos, and it tastes even better.
He makes very good Indian chai.
Once I've roasted the cardamom in the beginning, then the best thing is to squash them a little bit to bring out more of their flavor. And lastly over here, what we need is sugar, because the best Indian tea has to be sweet. Of course, if you don't like sugar in your tea, you can just take it separate, but normally the best thing is to cook sugar into the tea.
This is my first time organizing Calentita. In the past, I've always been involved in terms of cooking or organizing things, but this is the first time I'm kind of leading our Indian stall.
I've been involved in 2 Calentita events in the past, in the year 2011, 2012, it's been a very fruitful experience, and after 1 year break, we're looking forward to another successful Calentita this year. The 1 year break, well, we opted for that because we were told by the organizers that the number of participants last year had increased due to lack of time, really. We decided to pull out with only 2 weeks to go because we just, due to lack of time of volunteers, lack of enough volunteers, because it was either a question of setting up the large stall that we normally have done, or not setting up anything at all. And we thought, well, look, let's give it a break this year and do something better next year, which is coming now. Last year was my first opportunity to be able to actually walk around Calentita as a visitor, as a customer, and I realized I kept hearing people wondering where was the Indian stall. So we thought, well, we definitely have to have a presence next year, or this year, you know. Well, it did help, and it helped also to walk around and see what else was on offer. I was very surprised that there was even food from as far afield as Sri Lanka, where Paris is from. There was a Filipino stall, people that I know who run that. Food from virtually everywhere, which I'd never had opportunity to enjoy before, because we were always so involved with our own stall.
I've only been here 6 years, and in the previous Calentitas, I've always participated. Maybe I've been involved in cooking or serving, but I'm quite happy to see the vast majority of cuisines being served, and I think that it just shows that Gibraltar is very tolerant of different communities and accepting of it, you know, and people tend to enjoy the different cuisines as well. So it's nice to see that we can all come together and they get a big response. It's a fun night.
Well, Gibraltar, when I was during my teens until I was 18, as you know, the border was closed, so Gibraltar was basically a cut-off community. And then having gone to the UK to study, come back, and you see it has evolved ever since the borders opened. You're getting, apart from the people from Spain coming to work here, we have such a transient community of people from all over the world who are coming to work in these new industries such as online gambling. There are people from all kinds of nationalities. You go on an average day, a working day through Main Street, and there's people from all walks of life, and this is what makes Gibraltar such a cosmopolitan town. Calentita reflects that. I think Calentita, you go in and you see, God, there's so many flavors apart from nationalities. This is what Gibraltar is all about, and I think its success is proof of that.
So we are going to make chicken tikka. First we're going to make the marinade. A little bit of tandoori powder, ground cumin, some curry powder, tikka paste. This you can add to your liking. Some people like it strong. Some ground ginger, a bit of chopped garlic, and some yogurt.
Try a bit.
I'm going to put lemon, coriander.
That's right, yeah. You can feel the ginger.
Some fresh lemon juice to give it a bit of a tangy flavor.
You prefer lemon over lime?
Actually, you can use lime as well.
Yeah. I'm very much more lime fan. I like lime. It's got a bit more sweetness.
Yeah, you can use lime as well. Again, a bit of seasoning, some salt.
More lime in it?
Yeah, it's quite nice when it's tangy. Perfect. And we can add the fresh coriander to it.
Some of that.
Again, a very important ingredient.
I think that's enough.
Ideally, it's good if this is marinating overnight, but this is fine as well.
Well, the funds that we've raised in the past, we've sometimes for charity, for different charities. We've donated in the past to Akin, to Women in Need, to RIFCOM as well, GBC Open Day. And also we tend to keep some aside for our own Hindu temple fund.
Yes, the temple has been very fortunate in the past that the Hindu community of Gibraltar has kindly donated part of the proceeds raised through the Calentita to the temple fund. Now, with the temple fund, we do a lot of work. There is work in the day-to-day running of the temple, also the celebrations and the maintenance and upkeep of the temple, which takes a lot of effort and a lot of money. But we do also classes for children where we educate in values, and also part of the money is used for the charity project which the temple has got. There is some charitable work also being done at a very discreet manner, which we do it locally and also in India. We have 3 projects right now that we've been supporting for the past few years. One of the projects that we have supported is the Society for the Welfare of the Differently Abled Persons, Physically Handicapped Research and Education Center, which is in Manoli in Pune, where children, poor children who are disabled are actually housed in a shelter and not only fed and also educated, but also they have medical attention and physiotherapy given to them. So we have provided whatever they've asked us in the past, either be food, be stationery or bed sheets or whatever the requirement of the moment. They're also trained in vocational occupations so that they can fend for themselves in the future and they're not dependent on others. Also, we have supported the Isha Prema Niketan Ashram. This institution has got 2 places in India, one in Bangalore and one in Pune, and it's a Catholic institution. The head is a priest, And we usually go to the ashram they've got in Pune, which is run by the sister. Initially used to be a place where they would give shelter to poor children which were abandoned. But then later on they realized that there were a lot of elderly who have been abandoned in the streets in India. So they also needed to be taken care of. So initially we used to give food, clothing for the children or toys, and all of a sudden we were asked to cover the cost for medicines, which was a bit strange, and actually understood it later on because we were informed that they were having housing also elderly, and the elderly can have requirements of chronic illnesses, and in India we do not have a system of social security which would cover the medical cost. So if a person is poor and has got an elderly at home, it becomes a burden because some people don't even have means to feed themselves, forget about costing the medical expenses. So this institution are having a struggle because it's not only feeding but also looking after the elderly and the medical care. Just recently we came from India, and one of them developed a very bad, a dumb lady, she developed a very bad chest infection. She needed part of her lung to be removed, and it was major surgery. It was a huge cost which this institution could not cover. So really this person was left just to die. So we were asked for help, and that was also provided. So they're doing a great job. The third institution that we are supporting is the Holy Mission Guru Nanak through the Amrit Vela Ashram also. And this institution does a different work. Every Sunday they prepare packed meals. About 250 children come every Sunday to collect those packed meals, and they feed every Sunday. So we have also supported that work there, and there are a lot of volunteers in India doing the hard work. Whatever little we can do from here, we try our best.